sweat, tears, and dedication, do you have what it takes to be great? See, football is more than just a game.
Let's get it.
This is full-fledged warfare. Witness best friends become rivals, every collision telling its own story. This is the gridiron, where legends are born.
I'm way too busy to focus on others. I'm working my craft, I'm trying to get mine. Look in the mirror, I see me a killer. I was closing the gap, it's a matter of time. Stayed on my grind. Out of the ways they can plays, I never decline. Tried to keep me away right under the shade, but niggas can't block my shine. Niggas, they not outside. Man, I swear they're delirious. They joking, they far from serious. Cause the bullshit, I'm not even hearing it. Less about family, some money, not clearing it. The confidence, that's what the mirror did. They want me down bad, they cheering it. They said I lost it, they delirious.
What's good, Gridiron Gang? It's Gridiron Dre here with SOTG Smoke. Shout out to students of the game, and we here with a recap, or a preview, I should say, of the Alabama versus Tennessee game. Third Saturday of October. How you feeling, man? Smoke, talk to me.
Man, you got perfect intro, man. Third Saturday in October, man. What better way than to start out with a preview from the Gridiron game?
That's a fact. First video on the channel. Perfect way to pop it off. So talk to me, man. How you feeling about the game? Let's start with your offense, man. Your offense has been struggling the last couple of weeks. Talk to me about that, and talk to me about how you gonna get back on course this week against us.
I already knew you was gonna want to address the elephant in the room first, man.
Oh, yeah.
Not offense, man, but it's cool, man. I'm gonna just go ahead and just get on with it, bro. I think that with Dylan Sampson running the ball with the success he had so far all season in conference play, outside of conference play, that he gonna finally open up some holes. The offensive line gonna open up some holes, and we gonna actually execute in the passing game against y'all, because y'all acceptable to the run sometimes. And also, I kind of noticed that y'all acceptable to the big play sometimes as well. Y'all kind of give up the big play. Kind of bend, don't break, but sometimes y'all kind of break in some unusual times that I'm not used to seeing with, Nick Saban kicking our tail 16 straight years.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Saban's not there no. Well, he's still there, but he's not coaching no more. So it's a little bit different on the defense side of the ball. But to be honest with you, I think that's more of an execution thing up until this point. Some of it is youth. Those guys should be getting better on a weekly basis, right? They're playing a whole lot back there. We got about 3 or 4 freshmen that get consistent playing time. In the South Carolina game, it was unfortunate. Mincy didn't really play a lot up until then, but it wasn't really completely his fault either. He was supposed to have some help over the top. Help never came. It's just, I don't know. There was some talks about Vols getting in late, and then you have one
big issue running up against our up-tempo offense now.
Well, I mean, but yeah, up-tempo offense hasn't been playing at the same tempo that it's been playing at before. And honestly, I don't think we're going to have to switch too much up on defense, at least early in this game, to have success against your offense.
Kind of want to say that I was thinking, and I'm going to be honest with you, I was thinking with us getting back at home, I was thinking maybe the offense just not executing because of the road. We started behind the sticks with these penalties, but we didn't start behind the sticks much at home, and we still kind of struggle offensively, but we had to lean on the run game. But I was really surprised, and I can't say that, man, our offense back at home, so I expect us to execute. And then considering, man, like, y'all defense is actually good, but like y'all done lost to Vandy, of course, but the big plays that y'all giving up that we just not used to seeing from a Nick Saban defense or team. But you got to understand with Womack bringing that new system in, that it's gonna take some time, and y'all done kind of adjusted well,
Yeah, I mean, there's been some low points, but I'll say this: I've seen the defense play well, and I think at times it's also not the play. Sometimes it's just the mistakes. You have those costly penalties that'll keep a team on the field. Against Vandy, it was on the punt return, having 2 twos out there. Stuff like that, you're just giving away a football game if you keep having penalties like that. So that's something that we can't do this week. I'll say that for sure.
Speaking of penalties, Tennessee, when we start behind the sticks, that makes up for a long day because Nico already been struggling to, take command of the offense and take reins of the passing game. So we need our run game and we need to be above the sticks, especially playing against you guys with the pass rushers that y'all got. We can't forget Alabama gonna always keep some pass rushers, whether I like them or not, even though you're gonna be singing Rocky Top here soon, but we're gonna have to put a stop to these pass rushes.
Well, it ain't gonna be no Rocky Top being sung. Lito gonna have to sing that Rama Jamma. We gonna get that for sure. But I mean, my thing about it is like our defense has been up and down this year. Your offense has kind of been the same way. I'm kind of looking at it though. I think your tackle play is bad right now.
Yeah, at best.
And you, Rob and LT, those two guys, they can get after the quarterback. They've been getting after the quarterback. The problem is we've been playing against a lot of quarterbacks that are just shifty and know how to manipulate a pocket, and they're gonna make you miss. All right, so they getting there. They're just not finishing the play.
Finishing the play, yeah.
I don't think Nico is as shifty as maybe a guy like Sellers. So I think this week, if we get there, he might get away one or two times, but I think we'll be able to get him down a lot more than we had success against South Carolina, even to an extent against Vanderbilt.
Dig that. I'm going to give you my offensive prediction, man. I say Dylan Sampson, 2 touchdowns. Nico, 1 touchdown. No interceptions. That's what I got.
That's interesting, see, because I feel like even though Womack's defense has been struggling, I think it's kind of built to take advantage of quarterbacks like Nico, because Nico's still young. Nico is a guy that you can tell he gets nervous at times, right? If the pressure comes. I mean, most quarterbacks do though. And I think because he's still so young, you can still kind of confuse him in coverage. And if we can confuse him a little bit, and Womack he preaches eyes on the quarterback, we want to pick the ball off. I think it's going to be hard for y'all to get through this game without giving us one. From what I've seen from Nico this year, I think it's going to be hard.
We're going to take care of the ball. Oh, and with that, man, I got Nico with 220 to 250 passing, and I got Samp plus 100 rushing with the 2 touchdowns.
I don't know about yardage for Jam, but Jam will get in the end zone at least once. Jam has gotten in the end zone every game of the year so far. Jam is going to get in that end zone. And, Jalen, I don't know if it's going to be through the air, on the ground, however you want to do it. He'll have probably about 3 tutties in this game.
Speaking of Jalen, man, let's just transition to your offense, man. What you think about your offense?
I think we have a really explosive offense that is creative, but you have to understand what you're looking at when you're watching it, especially in the running game. In the running game, DeBoer uses his offensive linemen, H-backs, whatever. He uses them in a way to create advantages for our offense. All right, you most times you're gonna have +1 in the run game, and he schemes it up to get it that way. You're gonna see a lot of pulling. You're gonna see a lot of pre-snap movement. You're gonna see him try to manipulate the defense by putting a formation out on the field that's gonna put you in unfavorable odds. That's what DeBoer likes to do. I will say my right tackle I haven't been happy with. Pritchett, I think play on the right side can be better. Even a right guard, he's hurt, but if he's hurt, he probably shouldn't be on the field. Vandermark came in the game last week. He looked pretty good, so I think you'll see him probably play a lot more in this game. And Pritchett is gonna have to get it together. I'm not really worried about the other guys as much. Proctor Proctor's good, but he's not consistent yet. I think some of that has to do with his size too. I think he's still a little too big. That's something that he has to work on. But Ryan Williams, I don't think there's anybody in the nation that can stop Ryan Williams. I don't. I don't think there's anybody that's just gonna clamp him. I don't see
Can't
it.
lie now. He definitely a dog, but I just like our chances with him because I'm really confident in our D line. If our D line, because this game gonna be won in the trenches, man. If our O line hold up and our D line take control, then I'm super confident. But if our O line don't get it done, like we got to play some complimentary football. I don't think that our D line or our defense as a whole would be able to withstand a full quarter game like the Florida game to win the game late, on some late touchdowns or even in overtime. Like we would have to win that game in regulation for sure.
Yeah, and I think DeBoer he realizes how big of a game this is, and I think that you're gonna see that in the preparation when we step on the field this week, right?
Now, what do kind of give me, some thoughts about it? Kind of, I'm like, hey, we got to watch out. Like, y'all are a high-powered offense that we haven't seen. We done seen a high-powered running offense with Ole Miss. I mean, excuse me, with Arkansas. We done seen Florida with their little shifty motions and all that stuff, but didn't go down the field unless they had DJ Lagway. But y'all go down the field early and often. Y'all run the ball, and like you said, y'all had that +1 with Milrow, and I don't care who you are, we always struggle with a mobile quarterback for some reason. So those are some that I'm going to be looking at on my side.
I mean, well, our offense, you said you faced an explosive running offense. I feel like that's kind of what our offense is for the most part this year. I don't think that we're predicated on the pass. I think it's predicated on getting the ball outside. If that's getting it out there through the screen game, if it's getting the quarterback out there, if it's getting one of the running backs out there off the edge. But I think that's what we do a lot of this year, right? Most of the time it's the quarterback. It's predicated on the quarterback run. Really, most of the time our offense is actually kind of predictable if you watch them a lot. It's you get into those 5 wide sets. There's only 2 things coming.
Yeah,
Ball's going deep or we're
yeah,
running.
or running it, yeah.
That's all we're doing. And if you start paying attention to the way that we motion, even when we have a back there, you can kind of tell where we're running football to. Now, I don't know if that's by design because it's always Milrow that keeps it. And maybe this is a game where we see Milrow hand it off on that jet sweep a little bit more, right? Or hand it off to the back a little bit more and not keep it as much because teams are going to start keying in on him keeping the football. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. But I'll say against Georgia, I think you saw new wrinkles from the offense that you didn't see in weeks prior. And I feel like there's probably something that we haven't seen that we'll see this week against y'all.
It better be something going down the field. That your wide receivers better get down the field quick because that D line coming, man. I don't think that we're gonna give Milrow time to just sit back there and then, get comfortable and throw that ball like I been seeing him do. Even though he got the best deep ball in America, but man, you in Neyland Stadium, man. We got to get us a turnover. I just don't see us coming out this game not getting a turnover. And once you get a turnover in Neyland, of course you're going to know because you're going to be singing Rocky Top that Monday. But, when Rocky Top get played, it's a different type of atmosphere, bro. Like,
I mean, it's interesting you bring up the turnovers because Jalen last couple of games has had some turnovers.
oh,
But the flip side of that is, so as Nico, right?
right?
You played 4 Power 4 opponents right now. I think it's 4 or 5. Nico has 3 touchdowns, 3 fumbles, 3 interceptions. in 4 games. So he hasn't really been playing great either. One thing I'll say is from Jalen, yeah, he's turning the ball over a couple times, but our offense hasn't been on the field a lot either because we've been going against teams that have been shortening the game up, right? They're gonna come up, they're gonna run the clock out. I'm gonna wait till one's on the clock, they'll snap it, they're trying to run the ball. It's a real methodical, slow offense because you want to keep an explosive offense on the sidelines.
I think that's gonna play in our hands too because I think that y'all probably gonna have to, shorten the game against us. Because if you
Mm.
don't, that defense gets some scores or something, and let that offense. I'm telling you, once Nealon get rocking, once you get them checkerboards at one time, it's gonna go crazy.
I don't know, man. I don't see us condensing the game against anybody because I think the board feels like we can score against anybody. And I feel like, honestly, we can score against anybody.
Against a team that
But
we ain't gave up 20 points all season, and I don't expect that to
sound good.
start this
That
season.
sound good. Now tell me tell me what offenses you've played where you say that's an offense that's even comparable to Alabama. And that's
I
not to
haven't
take
played
away.
any.
Y'all did what y'all was supposed to do. You can only play who's in front of you. But
Right.
who is comparable to us?
None. But I still think that, it's still gonna be status quo that, y'all gonna fall right on 19 points maybe, at best.
I don't know. I mean, Jalen's been hard to stop this year. Double-digit passing touchdowns, double-digit rushing touchdowns.
And I'm
Or,
gonna turn into my brother Lito, man, the other half of students of the game. And I'm gonna go out on the limb and say that, Ryan Williams is not gonna get in that chicken box either, man. I think how I'm feeling right now about my Vols. I got my hat on, got my flag in the back. I'm feeling about my Vols, man. I don't see Ryan Williams getting in that chicken box, man. I see where Lito coming from with that.
I'll say this: if he don't get in there when we win the game, still won the game. As long as I'm smoking that cigar at the end of the game, I, I don't really care if he get in the end zone or not.
Now, speaking of that, when the last time you smoked a cigar after, leaving Neyland Stadium?
Well, it's been a couple of years.
Yeah, it's been a few years.
But I like how you asked that question. Because when's the last time that you actually smoked a cigar after one of our games?
Hey,
You
man,
see, I didn't have to specify where it was played. One of our games.
hey, man, hey, it's all right. I still remember it, though,
I'm just saying.
remember it vividly, And then the home crowd, bro. I wish it was a night game, but 3:30 still gonna be good. It's gonna go into the night. But what you feel about the weather, man? I think it's gonna be kind of chilly up there in Knoxville, man. You think that'll play a part in the game? But I know y'all a Southern team too, but
Nah, we're
you
not
don't think
worried
so?
about that. We're not worried about no little bit of chilliness. Come on, man.
Now I do have a question that I don't know about Alabama. What about y'all special team?
We actually haven't barely seen our kicker this year. Our offense, anytime that we get down the field, we scoring touchdowns.
Okay.
We haven't really kicked field goals this year. I will say last year he was the best kicker in college football, at least if you go by the awards. So he won the Lou Garza Award. So
Okay.
that's to be pretty good. We use a different kicker for the kickoff. That's our young guy that we brought in. Supposed to be next up after this guy, and then our punter. I feel like our punter is one of the best in the nation. I've seen our punter. I've seen him make some punts where I'm like, damn. Like, he really put it right where it needed to be. He's pinned a lot of teams late. He's a really good punter. And I remember Nick Saban speaking about that last year because he got hurt at one point last year. And Will Reichen had to step in and do the punting duties and the kicking duties. And he spoke about how big of a loss that was for us. And, I mean, the guy's good. But returning, I can't even tell you who returning for us because they rotating it all the time. You might have
Okay.
Ryan Williams back there. You might have Bach back there. You might have Cole Adams back there. All three of them in back there.
I'm gonna say now, It's gonna be. I think our kicker is. I mean, our punter is good because he a rugby style kicker. He can kick with either foot, and he always have like a wobbly ball, so it's kind of hard to catch. Hard to field. But when you field it, what I'm saying, we don't have that coverage. Arkansas kind of showed. I mean, not Arkansas. Excuse me. Florida showed us yesterday with DK. He almost took one to the house, but kind of like I punt. I punt unit. We got a block. The freshman got a block early in the season and a touchdown. And I like how, well, I can't even say long range our kicker really. I don't think we trust him, so I don't think long range will be, going for any field goals. But I do, 45 and above, he been pretty solid, nothing to worry about. But I don't expect him to get out there, I plan on scoring touchdowns instead of field goals, So that's why I was asking you about your special teams because, we keep a meal rolling them out the chicken box.
I mean, he would be the first team to do it all year.
Man.
Just say this, look, the way that it sounds when y'all say a team hasn't scored over 19 points against us all year, whatever it is, that's how it sounds to me when Georgia fans told me coming into our game, hey, we haven't given up an offensive touchdown all year. And then look about 20 minutes into that game, they gave up 4 of them things.
Yeah, but Georgia
Oh,
defense was nowhere. They was nowhere near our level of defense,
They got a
Like
better win than y'all on the year before. Coming into that game, they had a more impressive win than y'all did.
They did. But when you play our defense, you're gonna be like, yeah, this a defense that I ain't seen in Tennessee in a while. Like I probably never seen. Just
Oh,
seeing
yeah.
on the videos.
Nah, I didn't. I've been paying attention a little bit. Y'all got a nice defense. That's for sure.
But we did lose our middle linebacker for the season again. And I feel like that's definitely key because he was, getting everybody in their spots and stuff. But when you got an Arian Carter and, you recruit like Josh Heupel, man, it's just next man up.
Next man up until the next man don't step up. But yeah.
Now, another question, because I know Lito wish he could be here, so I'm going to ask this question for him. Do you think we see a Ty Simpson sighting due to a Milrow injury? And if we do you think he can carry you guys to victory?
I do think he can carry us to victory. Do I think we're going to see him now?
What? Ty Simpson carry you guys to victory in Neyland Stadium on the road?
Yep.
I don't think
Tennessee kid coming back to Tennessee. They doing Tennessee dirty. Why not?
see.
Hey, Ty
If Ty
Simpson, man.
Simpson if Ty Simpson step foot on that field, we're gonna have a field day with him because we were in a heated recruiting battle, of course, with you guys, and his dad ultimately chose Alabama. We felt like we kind of got burned at
he
the
was
end,
smart
but
for that. He was smart to do that. He went to
Good
the right.
opportunity though, because we got quarterbacks galore, so he probably wouldn't have seen the field. So understandable.
He went to the right program.
I don't know about that, man.
Nah, you know he did.
So what you think about the betting trends, man? Do you think that y'all cover? Since I know you think that y'all gonna win, do you think y'all cover?
I honestly don't know the spread on the game because I can't bet on it over here.
So the spread, let me pull it up. They gave us +3.
The mighty Tennessee 3-point underdogs at home.
Yeah, like we +3.
That means they really saying like Bama really about a touchdown favorite over Tennessee, right?
Field goal, that's just basically like.
Yeah, I mean they giving y'all home field. They giving you some points to that home field. It's about a touchdown.
Yeah, you're right. But
I mean, why couldn't we cover 3? Why we can't cover 3?
if y'all win, it'll probably
Let's
be
cover 3.
1 or 2 point win.
And we might cover 3 7 times.
Fit.
We might cover 3 7 times.
Chill out, gang.
I'm just saying, man. We might cover that 7 times.
Gridiron gang, man. So also the over and under is set for go to it. Is it 56?
I'll probably take the over on that.
Yeah, 56.5 actually.
I'll
So
take
my calculations and my score prediction is definitely going to be an under.
I think it gets over. I think it'll be.
Definitely under.
I mean, as long as it keep up, it'll be over. Because I know we trying to run it up. So yeah,
Only way it'll be
you
a
know,
over is if our offense execute and you guys just can't stop us, Kind of like
look.
the first half of last year,
Well, no, you right about the only way that it's gonna be over is if y'all offense do your job. Because we coming out to do our job on
Oh,
our.
no. We
We coming
definitely
to do our job.
putting a stop to that. I'm betting
There's a
Tennessee. I'm actually going. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bet Tennessee money line and with the points and under 56.5.
You might as well just whatever money you was gonna bet, just donate that to your NIL fund, man.
Man, I'm telling you, I'm using my students of the game expertise for the gridiron game. Safe to say that Tennessee's gonna win at home in Neyland.
Yeah.
We gonna shake the rust off from that Arkansas loss, and everybody gonna forget and be, the Kings of Tennessee again. Cause y'all let Vandy beat y'all, and they puffing and puffing their chest all out, and now we're gonna have to push their chest back in at the end of the season. But we gotta start with you guys first.
I don't know, man. Vandy might pop you, man. Vandy is a respectable program right now, man.
They are respectable, and I think that the only reason Vandy is really in them games is because they scheme and they got a good quarterback to run the scheme. Like that option, man, that junk is tough to simulate, and even tougher to defend when the
He's
bullets
been running
is
it for
flying.
years now, too. He's been running that system for, I want to say 3 years now. Well, this might be year 4.
So yeah,
I
and
mean,
it's Nico's second year running the system, and I need him to
it don't
be
look like.
executing like Pavia, man, so we can celebrate with these cigars, man, and hopefully we can come back and do a recap video, man.
But oh no, we definitely gonna do a recap, but I don't think it's gonna be no celebrating with no cigars for you.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Celebrating with cigars with my smoking hat, man.
We gonna be celebrating though. Your field gonna stay clean though, cause we don't rush the field.
Oh, we gonna rush it. So the
We
field
don't.
definitely. We gonna rush the field. It's definitely gonna be. Just make sure your players don't touch any of our cheerleaders or fans. Just get off the field in a safe manner. Just make sure y'all do that, cause it's gonna be a party in the.
Hey, just make sure your players ain't out there playing dirty, man. I know the reputation y'all got, man.
Also,
it's Tennessee, man.
I just want to bring up how Lito been right last year, so he has to be right again this year. Last year he said that we was gonna beat one of the big 3, and was it last year or 2 years ago? But anywho, we won. And now he said, and you kind of reminded me too, because I didn't even remember he said it until you said that if you guys beat Georgia, that we are beating Alabama and Georgia.
Yeah, he definitely said that.
I agree.
I mean, you of course you gonna agree because you feel like last year you felt like Joe Milton was Joe Heisman, right? So I mean, hey, look, a broken clock gonna be right twice a day, man.
Hey, don't talk about my Joe Milton takes, man. He about to go take Dre May job up there.
He taking Drake May job. Not the way that man looked on that field.
Yeah, he taking the May job, man. We ain't finna. He just a little success, but then Joe time. He a better NFL quarterback in college.
We both got backup quarterbacks in the league right now, man. I can't say nothing either, man. Bryce done got benched. Mac Jones over there behind Trevor Lawrence.
That's why Tennessee, man, we gonna start the reins because somebody said something. I think it was Brandon from Locked On Gators. He was like, if Nico wins against Florida, is he kind of like etched into that lore? And you kind of are, but with the performance he had, he really ain't been getting the love that he's supposed to get. But definitely, if he beat Alabama, I don't care how terrible he plays, he gonna get all of the credit in the Lord, unless Dylan Sampson steal it away. But
he ain't no baby, so we don't got to worry about that.
Gonna be crazy.
We don't got to worry about that.
And Jay, since he couldn't make it, man, he already know he gonna be in the building witnessing.
No, that's a fact. He did say he was coming through. Hey, look, I hate to tell you, man, but y'all not winning this game. Y'all not winning this game. Give me Bama. I think the game will be somewhere in the 30s, but give me Bama.
So
They're not stopping our offense.
I'm gonna just be honest with you, man. I'm gonna give my score prediction, man. I've been actually thinking about this, man, and I'm gonna keep the trend the same. I was gonna break the trend because y'all are offense that we haven't seen, but I'm gonna stick with my guns, man. I got is that would that be still under? Yeah, that should be under. I got 37-17 Tennessee.
37 to
No,
7,
34-17. That's what I got. 34.
34-17.
Because we might get like some defense touchdowns. Because I know Sam gonna at least get them, 2 on the ground, and got Nico getting 1 pass, and so got to sprinkle some defensive touchdowns, special team.
I don't see it, but I mean, more power to you, man. I think it'll be somewhere, maybe I say I'll be anywhere from 28 to 31 points, and we'll be around that 38-41 mark.
What? So you got us 28 to like 31. I mean, 38 to 41 or ish.
Yeah, about a 10-point game.
I don't think y'all got it in you, man. On the road, see, that goes to my theory, man, that Kalen DeVore got to win on the road. And he couldn't win at Vandy. It's going to be probably 10 times more rocking in Neyland than it was in Vandy. So, and I hope that we can get y'all off. Like I said, we got to get y'all off schedule with some procedural penalties or something. That'll definitely play into our hands. If we do that, I'm going to really feel good about our chances.
I don't know. I think our defense is going to come out to play this game. I think DeBoer has shown that for the big games, he's going to have this team prepared fully. Right, the Georgia game, they were fully prepared for that game, and this is a big game. Even if DeBoer's first year, he might not understand the rivalry. He understands the fact that y'all got a single digit next to your name, and we got a single digit next to our name, and that the loser of this game, that path to the playoffs is not clear. And he understands that.
That's a fact.
So I expect to get the best DeBoer and the best Bama team this week.
Y'all ain't been looking good covering the spread these past couple weeks. So y'all don't cover the spread this week. This will be like the first time y'all done went on a 3-game losing streak. And it's time for some changes, man. It's time for some changes, man. This ain't the old Bama where Saban gonna run up in here and y'all beat us. The talent gap has definitely closed in, where we might have more talent than you guys this year, considering the young guys that we have playing. But also, I want to give a shout out to Boo Carter, man. Freshman of the week. You better not try to pick on Mr. Carter, because, see, he going to make some plays.
Well, keep him away from Ryan Williams. Like I said, ain't nobody
You know
in the
what? I wonder if he lines up in the slot with that matchup. That'll be some popcorn.
It'll be a fly fade for a touchdown. That's exactly what it's going to be. Fly fade for the tutty.
But I do want to see, I'm not sure if you're familiar with him, but his name just went right across. He from Chat. Oh, dang, his name just went.
Talking about Amari?
Jefferson. Yeah, Amari Jefferson. I'm tripping.
Amari Jefferson.
I would love to see Amari play, man. I'm not sure if he played any of his 4 games, because I'm pretty sure he got red shirt, but I would love to see him play against Tennessee, considering that, we had him in the bag, and the Tennessee-Alabama game, we kind of dropped the ball, and so I know he kind of licking his chops to try to play Tennessee for sure.
Nah, that's a fact. I don't know if we'll see him a lot in this game. I mean, we haven't really been throwing the ball all that much this year anyway, right? But for the most part, you'll see Ryan Williams, Jeremy Bernard, Kobe Prentice, Kendrick Law is going to be on the field a lot. You might even see Odom out there a little bit every once in a while. Henderson. Like we have a good mix of guys, but our room is just so full. We just don't have room for everybody to play.
So I got a couple receivers on y'all injury report, so it's basically just rat poison, basically.
I mean, I'm not sure if Law's still on there. Who are the receivers you saw on there?
Hold on, now I thought I did see Bernard on there, but nah, he's not on there. It's actually Cole Adams is actually on here. So Jalen Hill's gonna be out, and it's gonna be Cole Adams.
Well, Jalen Hill's been out all year. He broke his leg in the summer. That was a big loss too, because I thought I was excited to see him out there on that field this year. I thought he had a lot of talent, but
Right.
he'll be back next year hopefully, and we'll see what we got in them. But Cole Adams, I think he was on the injury report last week too. He got hurt a couple games ago, and he didn't play for a week or two, and then last week he got some snaps. And that was the first time we really saw him make any kind of impact in the football game.
So we got our 2 young receivers, Staley and Matthew, questionable. And we got Cam Seldon. That's another one of our backup running backs that he been out mostly and in. I'm kind of curious to see if he'll play and get some snaps. And we got Caleb Perry. That's a linebacker. He's been getting some snaps as well. He gonna be key. Hopefully he okay, because it just say undisclosed. I'm not sure what injury he has, but hopefully them guys are all right. But y'all are kind of slim. Y'all got probably most healthy team that you said that y'all probably had. It only looks like Jalen Hill gonna be out. You got 2 questionables.
Yeah, I mean, Quay, I think he'll play. He played the week after he got hurt. He's played every week since then, so I expect to see Quay out there. And Cole Adams, if he plays, cool. If he doesn't play, the only place that I would maybe have a little bit of concern is that punt return, because I think he's the most sure-handed guy out of the 3. As far as catching a punt is different than catching a pass, right? So
Definitely.
I think he's the most sure-handed guy. I think that's why we've seen him out there as much as we have. And that might be something to watch. But outside of that, I don't think it'll be a huge loss in like the receiving game.
We got to get 2, man. No sacks on Nico, 4 to 5 sacks on Milroe.
No sacks. That's interesting with that tackle combination y'all got over there. No sacks.
I mean, we getting the ball out quick, man, you know. Putting y'all in position to tackle, man. Making y'all tackle. Because I don't think that's what y'all want to do.
I think we're going to send some pressure at Nico this week. We'll have him nervous a little bit.
Pressure better, it better come fast and efficient, because these receivers, I was looking at the, I forgot what it's called, but they had this little podcast where they talk about the past week. And the receivers was different. Like, they was like, yeah, we got to pick it up. It's like they know, they hear it, they see the stuff on social media. So I think that we're going to come out ready. We got to come out with a wager, though, man. We got something got to happen, man. I got to have you some Tennessee orange on or something, man. We got to do something, because I'm feeling real good about this game.
I mean, we could definitely do something. I don't know what we could do. You know, getting Tennessee gear over here, it was hard enough for me to get what I got on right now. It took me forever to find what I got on now. So, I don't know, man.
Profile pick bet, maybe. I'm not sure.
We can do the profile pick if you want to. We can do that.
We're gonna have to come out with something.
We can do a little week on the profile pick.
See, we're gonna have to get somebody to make something, like, you know, edit something real nice with you on it.
We'll figure it out.
We'll have to figure that out, man. We'll have to figure that out.
We can definitely do that little Abby bet 1 week.
And then when I come back on here, I'll make sure I have my cigar.
You ain't gonna be smoking no cigar. Hey, a quick question. So, like, all them years where y'all didn't beat us, I know you wasn't old enough to smoke the whole time, but people around you were. Did they just keep that same stale cigar every year until y'all finally beat us, or did they buy a new one every year?
Man, I'm gonna be all the way honest with you, man. The miserable times that I had, like, nobody really bought the cigars. But I will tell you something, growing up, that people out of the conference, because, you know, we got New Texas and OU fans, they don't really understand how deep this rivalry really is, because Saban done made it kind of one-sided recently. But my dad told me, man, at his job, it's done been times where people done put houses up, you know, for third Saturday in October, land, cars. So, like, it gets real deep like that. And I was just imagining, I'm like, man, I hope they wasn't doing that. You know, when Saban But man, it's I ain't like I said to answer your question though, man. We didn't really purchase the cigars until we actually won because due to those reasons we're saving. But like I do vividly remember back in the day when we did win when I couldn't smoke the cigars is we'll go get ice cream at Baskin Robbins. So I kind of try to keep that trend going. I did I get ice cream 2 years ago? I think I did for Lido kids, but I try to keep that trend going for Lido kids, my nieces and nephews. So
Well, you
definitely if we win against y'all, I'll
ask the
definitely be
Robbins
getting
for a
some
Bama
Baskin
win
Robbins.
this time, man. You take it for a Bama win.
No, can't do
I'll send you the money. You take them
it.
out for
No,
ice
I can't
cream
do that.
for a Bama win.
Can't do that, man. And you see, man, the Miami fans trying to take my nephew away from me, man. So
I
no,
know, I know.
I can't do that.
I mean, y'all volcanoes, though, right?
Hey, man, we rocking with him, man. I'm rocking with him as a fan, but it's still forever, Rocky Top with me.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Anything else you want to speak on before we get out of here, man?
And the last thing I do want to say, man, is gridiron game, man. Make sure y'all stay tapping in because this recap gonna be crazy. Y'all think that this preview was something, man? The recap's gonna be crazy, especially after a Vol win. Vols by 50, man. Students of the game.
Hey, man. Yeah. I tap in with students of the game. Tap in with Gridiron Rivals. Like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that little notification button.
For sure.
And it's gonna be glorious when Bama win this game, man. We got to come back here. We gonna recap the game. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm gonna upload as a little short. I upload Lido singing Rama Jam after the game too. So we had that forever
Yeah.
for the whole world to be able to see. Yeah, we gonna do it big, man. But
And also, man, I do want to add that we will be on recapping the game on Monday as well on our show, Talk Radio 102.3, Students of the Game. You can find that on Apple Music, iHeartRadio. It's everywhere that you find all your radio
yeah,
stations and
we gonna put the
podcasts.
link in the bio too. We gonna
So
put the
make sure
link
you
in the
tap
bio
in
so you can tap in with that.
the show.
So yeah, man, we better get out of here. So before we get out of here, Gridiron Rivals, stay tuned and roll tide.
Go
Tennessee.
Vols, man.